Coach, it's one of those games where we played well throughout the game, but one incident, unfortunate one, we considered. But generally, what's your take on the game?
It was a very tough one, a tough match, but an open game, whereby both teams wanted to win, and Duodi, as a very good, formidable team, they showed why they are where they are now. And at the same time, I think actually I was quite satisfied with the performance of our players. And I think there's a lot of very good attributes that we can take out of this match, going forward as Kick4Life.
We play well. And in terms of discipline, I realized that we were a different team. We played well, we were disciplined, tactically we were organized. What did you say to the boys before the game?
It was a game whereby you as a coach, you were not so, there was not much to say because it was a motivation in itself, the game. Yes, of course, we did a lot of tactical drills. We had sessions whereby we discussed a lot of issues regarding to the game, talking about ourselves, how to defend, because knowing how good are they, which areas should we be very, should be cautious, and we should also work on those challenges that we have, and also planning how to go forward, offensive play. And I think everything went into place. We created a lot of goal scoring opportunities, but we were unable to capitalize, to convert those chances. And like I said earlier, DOD is not just an easy game really, because we had said, okay, this is the time whereby we can weigh ourselves, see where we are, and I think out of 10, I would give our guys 9 out of 10.
Okay. And still on the goal scoring opportunities, it was clear from the onset that maybe a team that will score might have a chance to win. Do you think, should you have got a goal from those missed chances, we would be speaking a different story right now?
Definitely. If we, like you're saying, if we had converted those chances we got earlier, I think we'd be talking a different story now. At the same time, I still believe that at least a draw would have been a fair result to this game. But then, football how it is, it happened, and we can always look forward to the next match.
We saw the team dropping down to number 8 on the log standings. Is that putting you and the team under pressure?
Yes, I would say somehow it does, because we cannot run away from that fact. There are a lot of teams that also want to secure positions in the top 8, but at the same time, this gives us another opportunity to sit down, plan, and then plan for the next match, which we believe is not going to be easy, but we believe in ourselves that we'll get maximum points, because the very same team that we're going to be playing, it's having also they're under pressure to qualify for the top 4. So it's going to be a thriller, which we always believe that if we play tough matches against big teams like Bantu, it gives us an opportunity to grow as a team, and also it gives our players the opportunity to showcase us as the technical team in terms of where they are, in terms of how much they hungry for success, Yeah.
And maybe still looking at the next game, we play in Bantu. You lost your two key players, Masualle and Murabi, due to suspensions. Is it going to affect your plans for the next game?
Definitely it's going to affect our plans, but at the same time I think there are other players that we have. This is a very big opportunity for them to come in, and I believe they'll also do a very good job. If we look back to our Saturday's match against Diodi, after having Thabo Masualle being red carded, I think there was not a very big gap that he left. The guys that we brought in, the guys that, the tactical change that we made, we look solid. So to me, I'm saying, the guys that will be representing us on over the weekend, they'll also do a very good job.
Are we to see Lucia Tizane playing as number 6? Because on Saturday when we played Yuri after Masualle got red carded, we saw Lucia shifting to number 6 and Thabo Mposi coming in playing left back.
That one is still working on as we're preparing for the game. But with your question, I would also like to give credit to Lucia. Under those difficult conditions, the game was quite tough. He made his presence felt. Playing in a position of a big man like Thabo, he showed that he has a big heart. He has a very good qualities of a good footballer.
Talking of Lucia, I think I was not expecting him to play this weekend game because I haven't seen him coming for training for some time. But I saw him coming in, and what was the plan or the agreement amongst the technical team?
Lucia is a quality player. Lucia is the one player that when you really say you need to take all your artillery in a very big encounter like we had on Saturday. And yes, of course, you haven't seen him, but he's been training behind closed doors. I had given him a program which he has been going through, and I think everyone saw, he never struggled in the game. He was pushing and playing against quality players of the holy magnitude. He held them, he held his own. He showed that he possesses very good attributes, very good qualities. So that's why we played him.
All right. And that's how Chris was saying here that maybe for the next season you don't need to sign a new goalkeeper because we realize that you have many talents. Tell me about that dive, please.
So,
Tell me about the dive that you pulled on Saturday.
okay, about the dive, which cost us a penalty. What happened is that before it was kicked, it was a free kick, if I still remember. Then we tried to defend it. Then it came back as a hard throw. So it passed my goalkeeper because he was in front of him. When I went behind because I was covering him, it just went automatically. I didn't know what happened. Just seeing myself diving right to save my team from that game. So probably we end up getting that penalty and get to that card.
Well, we're not victimizing you at all. So tell me, ever since you came to Kick4Life, You seem to have settled well. The connection between you and the players seems to be flowing. How have the guys made it easier for you to be displaying the performance that we're seeing right now?
What happened? It was only a support from them, which made it such easy. And the coach, they're the one who played the biggest part, and my executive as well. So that's why I managed to settle. It was only about the support that they gave me to welcome me in the team.
Like my colleague is saying that Thabo, you have been playing very well since you came to Kick4Life. How does it make you feel to play for a team like Kick4Life after playing for teams like Matlama, Diudi and Bantu?
Probably as a player, you have to adapt from every situation you are going, and you have to face the good and the bad. If you manage to do that, I think Kick4Life is the same as those teams. It's just those teams they've played a longer time than Kick4Life in Premier League. That's the only thing that make as if Kick4Life is under them. Even maybe I can say about the way things maybe they are run by those teams because they're the bigger teams. Like you said, that's the only I've seen the difference. But what makes me play very well, like I said, it's only about the support that I get when I came here in Kick4Life.
And was it easier or was it an easy decision for you that you made when you decided to join Kick4Life? What did it take for Kick4Life management to convince you to join the team?
Probably I can say we communicate before I came here. I communicated with Mr. Chris. Then I heard that, to be honest, I heard that my coach is coming here. Then we have a longer way from Nots'i since back from the under 20 national teams and the national team. So he came to me one day, but he didn't know I was already wanted to come to Kick4Life to make the assist. To play for Kick4Life. What I saw is only about the potential of these younger guys they have. So only what they need just to get someone who have a little experience or an experience just to give them motivation so that they can play equally like bigger teams that have been mentioned.
Speaking of experience, you're carrying a lot of experience behind you, and your presence in the field has been felt here at Kick4Life. How does it feel for you to be playing amongst the youngsters beside you?
It's only about solving the problem when they are in the field. They know that maybe we can share each and every day. I don't give them a cold shoulder when we are playing. If there comes a problem, we have to discuss it maybe in the session without the coach or exactly in the game. So it helps make it simple for them and me to be one thing.
Do you sometimes talk to guys like Kamoedo Tulo, the youngster who is competing on the same position with you? Do you sometimes talk to them about how they can or how they can be where you are today?
Camero Tulo, I think if I can mention Miss Shakir.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, those guys from not only him, but almost of them. Those who are playing for under 20, even the ones who are playing for national team. Then sometimes I came to them, no guys, I think we can do best if we do this and do this. And even those Shakira, I only talk to them, no, just improve here, do this and this and that. For the future of the team, you probably play easily can manage to do this without maybe coach telling
And you're one of those mobile players we have in the country. You can play at the back and in the midfield. But since you came to Kick4Life, you seem to have been enjoying position in the midfield. Is it the position that you enjoy most, or you can still go and play at the defense?
you. I can play everywhere where coach wants me to play. So in every position, he knows that I can play. I can try my best and give all he knows that I can deliver in any position.
Including in goal.
Yeah. But which position can you say this is the best position that I really like playing?
The most position I like is playing in the central defense, and the one now coach have put me. I really enjoy it so much than other ones.
And how does it feel, or what does it say for you to be going to miss the next 2 games?
I don't know what to say, but to be honest, I'm not happy.
Yeah, because I know you come from Bantu. It was a game that you were expecting, you were looking forward to.
Yeah, but because of it's part of the game. I have got my red card and I'm suspended, so I have to serve it whether I like it or not. So I'm not here, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Okay.
For me, I can say you are an experienced player, but age-wise, you are still young for football. Are you still looking forward to playing for the national team?
To be honest, yes, if I get a chance, I'm ready.
Okay.
I can play for national team.
I'm not really sure about your contract with Kick4Life, but I wish to see you for more coming seasons playing for the team.
I can say yes, to be honest. I would love to, but some decisions are going to be made by coach if he still want me to be there. Then it went to the management. So if they can ask me to be there, I would still like to be part of the team, especially for these young guys. If I have something to deliver to them, I want to keep it for here in Kick4Life.
As you have said that you have worked with Boza before, how does it feel that you have reconnected with him, working with him again? How does that make you feel?
Coach Les it's not only about the coach, but he's a parent guy. I don't know how can I call him when he comes to his players, not only me. Even the one that are not playing for this team, he's always open to each and every player. So he's a parent. So working with him, we are always comfortable. Because if we have any problem without football, maybe some home problems, yeah, you're welcome with him.
All right. And I believe being brought into the team to strengthen the team, there are lots of expectations from you as a player. And how is the pressure on you to perform in a way that you've been expected to?
Now I'm giving my secret to what I'm doing, because coach will expect me to give me more effort. What I do, I went there to solve the problem with these guys around me. So my job is easy because I have to count on the game, and the game is playing, so there's something going to happen. What I should do just to put my teammate in the right position. He's going to do the job for me. So my job is easy. That's why maybe he's seen me playing every game more.
And looks like you're enjoying playing alongside CD. So
Yeah, I do, because when I have the ball, I think it's a must to give him the ball so that he can do my job easily, because he knows how to run with the ball or take other then. So my job is just to support and play to the strikers if possible.
Nare Chris, the team has been doing well. Even though we lost on weekend, we lost like soldiers. As the management, are you happy with the performance?
Yeah, definitely. I think you saw for yourself that every time we play these big teams, we seem to improve more and more. I thought in the first half, they dominated possession, but we kept them quiet. They didn't create much. And second half, we really took the game to them, I thought. And if we'd taken some of those chances, I think you've seen a few games where the OD have dropped points this season, but they've dropped points because teams are just putting men behind the ball and they struggle to break them down. With us, I actually thought we gave them a go and gave them a scare. And if we'd taken our chances, we could have been at least 2-0 up before they scored the penalty. So, I think what it's showing us, and I know I had this conversation with Coach going into these games, was, we've done well to get to where we are. What these 4 games can tell us now is where we are and why we still need to improve to become part of those big clubs. So I think we've learned a lot this past weekend, and I think we'll learn even more again in the last 3 games as well. So, but yeah, I think, I joked with Coach the other day about the fact that when we last played the OD, the game before he came in, someone else took the team that day and managed to hold them to a draw, but he comes in and we lose. But then I said, in all honesty, when we drew against them last time, they dominated the game. We didn't create an awful lot in that game. Then half a season later, we're not just matching them, that we're dominating parts of the game against them. So you can already see in half a season how far we've come.
and looks like we're moving forward in and off the field. The support base is increasing. We're no more regarded as the underdogs. What does it say to you as a director of football here at Kick4Life?
I think it just tells me that we've got good people working right throughout the club. We've got good management. I don't mean me, I mean the guys that work with me in management. We've got excellent technical team and a very, very good squad of players. So, we're all working, what I like, we all work closely together. We have no real disagreements. We all get on, we all want to go. We're all going for the same thing. We all want to achieve the same thing. And I think that shows with how we're progressing on and off the pitch.
Okay. And not that I'm saying our football here is not professional, but since the establishment of Kick4Life, we've seen you guys trying to put more professionalism in our football. How is the journey going?
There's a long way to go for us and for football in general, but I like to think we're moving in the right direction. You see where we were a couple of years ago when I first came here. Again, not saying it's me, but just mean that as a team we've all worked together and wanted to make everything more professional. And I think when you look at a lot of the things on and off the pitch now, we've got professional people working in the management. We have the most professional coach this country's probably ever seen working here, and he's always coming to me wanting add these professional aspects to what we do. And I think the players themselves, they like being part of a more professional environment, and it gives them that real motivation to go on and become professional footballers, whether that's here or somewhere else. So I'd still say there's a long way to go. There's still a lot more we want to do, and there's certainly a lot more that can be done for football in this country, but it's possible. We're certainly going to get there, and hopefully what we want to do is see other teams follow some of the things that we do, and hopefully everybody, just things like this as well, talking to the media, press conferences. These are sort of things that if other teams can introduce it, and hopefully we can all help play our part in making football more professional in the city. And
coach, We playing Bantu on Sunday. Are you expecting a more open game once again compared to that one of Duty? Because they are contesting for the top 4 and going for the top 8.
Yes, we are expecting an open game, and which I believe this one is going to be more exciting because we have history with Bantu. We took 3 points in the first round in their home, in their own backyard. So I believe this time around they also want to, to get 3 points from us. But also what you've just mentioned, that they want to qualify for the top 4. So they wanna throw everything at us. So we also gonna absorb and push forward again. So I am anticipating an open game.
And any significant changes into the game, into the team? Significant changes into the team?
Yeah, obviously there would be, but it won't be much, because if we want to be consistent, we don't want to play around too much with the positions, but I believe everyone will be ready. Everyone will be prepared to give his all. So we'll see. The week is still on, still preparing. So a few injuries, niggling injuries that our medical team is working on. So we'll see by Thursday how everything will be.
Well, I don't know if you'll be able to answer this one, but I know we have players like Kiki. He's very good at the position that Thabo is playing. Is he likely to be on the lineup on Sunday, or it's for the technical team to decide maybe in the later stage?
Keke has been given, what would I call it? Our physiotherapist, Mr. Miranda, has said he should not play because the injury that he has needs a long time to heal. So the challenge that we have is he works, where he works, I don't know the name of the company that he is working for, but he is unable to attend some of the therapy sessions. So it's going to take him a while to recover, because he saw him, he made some tests on him, and he found out that it was becoming a chronic injury. So before it becomes a chronic, he needs to work on it, because he would play, then he would now go back again, he would damage the ligaments again. So those ligaments needs to be attended to. Yes, of course, I've seen him play. He is a very good player, but now it's going to take him probably a few months before he can come back.
All right. I think that's all for today.
About weekend's game, when is it played at the Chris?
It's Sunday, 3 o'clock at LCS.
Oh, LCS.
Okay. All right, coach. Then Masualle.